That's a big tune as well. You are now live. Okay, so let's learn how to do the sideways one now. Could you go back on it so you can follow it? I love you, stop. Celebrate. You're all coming home. Yes, I'm trying to come on early so I can organize and set things up neatly, you get me? So hold tight with me, yeah? Big Mark Prince, yes. Much love to everyone coming on early. So let's just jam with Luther right now. Every day, stop for love. Love you, stop. Stop for love, man. For love. Let's celebrate 2021, baby. The love we got, yeah. Y'all coming home. Come on. For love. Can you hear the music, yeah? Where's my Luther fans? All right. Okay. So shout out to Mummy Prince. Rest in peace, Mummy Prince in the background. Shout out to the late great King Kyan Prince. Next to the WBC shrunken belt. That's my WBC belt. I put it in the wash, it shrunk. Stop. And there's coming home. Yes, and all of you who've come on and you haven't grabbed that book yet, where's that book in your book collection? That's it. Oh, say Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah. I can't do without her because I don't know what I'm doing on this. So you're gonna make sure everything works, make sure I see all the messages and the questions. So we just warming up. We're gonna kick off at 5 on the dot. Okay, who's that? Yo, coach, what's up? Yeah, I love it when my boys come on and we've got a relationship because we work together. Book is sick, yes, heavy. Yeah. Yeah, it's going well, you know. It's going well, champ. Is that one of my future champions? Easy, love it. It's going extremely well. It's what you make it, champ. You know what we learned. You remember all the stuff we went through. You know, it ain't specifically what's going on. It's how you perceive what's going on, champ. Don't forget that ever. Top man, God bless. You a top man. Bless you, man. Let's celebrate the love we got. Yes. Looking well, son. Yes, Mr. Collier. Bless you. Thank you, man. Yeah, listen to Luther, man. It's all about the love. I remember everything. That's so important. I miss you too, man.
Someone says say hi to Micaiah.
Yes, Micaiah's upstairs. He's coming down. He's asking me when am I starting the live. He's going to come down. Go to the same school as your son. You say, yes, bless. Nice one. Which son? Kishon or Micaiah? Happy New Year. I hope you have a great year. Thank you. Yes, Prince. Bless up. Great work, Doctor. Love, love. Yeah, thank you for joining. All those that are joining. We're kicking off at 5 on the dot. I just wanted to know if there was any way to do this landscape, turn it to the side. Is that possible? Or shall I just leave it as it is? Joy, hello, yes, hello to you. Lord to you. We're going to have a great time for 1 hour. We're going to reflect and we are going to inspire. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for running that mile for Cayenne every year, man. That's so beautiful. Dedication and commitment to a cause. That's awesome, man. Remember that? The youngest won't remember that, but the old folk will remember that. Everyone used to do that. Thank you for the wonderful message you sent us today about our dad. Awesome. He'll be so proud of you. He loved you. Yeah, Eric Seacombe's family, I love you guys. So sad to hear about dad and what's happened. But all we could do for our loved ones is remember them in the most powerful way, which is honor them in the way that we live. So I'm honoring Eric as well, man, because he played a big part in my life. Eric Seacombe, we love you, we salute you. To all the trainers out there who have helped young people on their journey and made a massive impact, I salute you. Eric Seacombe was one of my guys when I started off my career. I salute him. He used to train Michael Watson. He's a lovely guy, and his heart really is for young people to do well in their lives. So I love individuals like that, and he had an impact on my life. So salute, rest in peace, Eric Seacombe, man. And look at that wonderful guy that, you know, Watson really turned out to be. What a character. And I'm quite sure that Eric's had an impact on Michael Watson's character as well. However the relationship ended up and they didn't train together, it doesn't matter. They both impacted on each other's lives in a positive way. Is Cayenne on FIFA? Watch this space. 2021, we're gonna blow your mind. You will be playing with Cayenne on FIFA this year, okay? I ain't talking too much. I'm gonna continue doing the business in the background, and you're gonna see the outcome. Yeah, so that's something to really look forward to. Michael Watson, what a boxer. Yes, exactly, what a fighter. The fight with Mike McCallum, the fight with Nigel Benn. Awesome, awesome fighter. Yes. Where's my loofah? Come on now. I'm kind of just making up beats in my head. I need to hear some beats. Cam was a great young man. Used to have a kickabout with him when I lived next door to him. Wonderful, wonderful. I love hearing memories about my boy. I love to hear the impact that he had on others, and you sharing with him. I'm making someone laugh. Awesome. 1 minute to 5, we ready to kick off?
Anyone who wants to join you to question, anyone who wants to join you, just request to come in.
Yeah, just make your request to come in. The lovely Dazine Prince will make sure that you get a word in favourite Luther song. Aha, favourite Luther song. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Right now, my missus ain't playing them. She ain't playing nowhere near my favourite Luther songs. But I'll just bubble to Luther anyway. But let me see if she can pop up with some. Come up with a couple, babes, from Luther songs. Love your positivity. Thank you so much, honey. We got one chance. We got one life. Why do anything else but be positive, even in the face of negativity? That must really piss negativity off. You will have an impact, yeah? You will have an impact in this life. Be positive when everything says that you're supposed to be negative. When negativity staring in your face.
You're meant to be saying things.
When negativity staring in your face, be positive and see how much you piss negativity off, and it has to exit the building. Welcome to Morocco. Who's that? Who's welcoming me to Morocco? Yes, thank you so much, man. Bless. I love being in Morocco. Modern day. Yes, Dance with My Father Again is awesome.
That's my favorite.
Did it now. A House Is Not a Home. That one as well. That's dope. Hey Mark. Hey champ. Get a glass of wine now. Love a bit of rosé. Love a bit of white wine. Love you from B. Kai, and yes, my girl. Easy. Love you too. Love you too, Bianca.
You sure can, Tanisha.
You sure would piss negativity off, yeah? You damn straight. That's what we love to do. We love to mess up negativity, and that's what you do, to mess up negativity. Love to see you well, no doubt. Yes. There's some other loofers that are just smoking. I haven't heard them yet.
So you play that one?
Yeah, play it for my man. But people are gonna start either getting sad, or they're gonna get happy, or they're gonna go and hug their dad, go and ring your dads, tell them how much you love them. Legend, Mark, keep up the work. Let's go, baby. Let's kick this off. Let's put Loafer on the down low. We put him in the background, and let's have a chat, okay? So you lot saw that I done this post about reflection and inspiration. So I just really wanted to, so let me give you a bit of background about how I even got here, because I've realized that I've been wanting to do stuff and have a greater impact for a while. And you might understand this, because like me, you might talk about doing stuff, know that you want to do stuff, feel like doing stuff, really know that you want to do it, but you're not doing it. And you can't allow 2021 to come and go and you're still in that same place. So I'm doing this because I don't want to be in that same place. And you might think, no, Prince, you're doing all this, you're inspiring, you're doing all this. But I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like, I'm not utilizing the fullness of me. Is there anyone else out there? Wave if there's anyone else out there that feels like that. That, yeah, they're doing their bit, but there's more that they can do. There's more that they can give. They haven't fully, the world hasn't fully seen their full purpose, their full gift on this planet. Just give me a wave if you feel like that, because I feel like that. I feel like there's more there's more to do. It's not about people, it's about me. It's about me fulfilling and using up all of my potential. Yes, pugilist, respect my brother. It's about utilizing all your skills. Okay, utilizing all your skills, and it's like, you know you're not doing enough. What more can I do? So I thought, okay, I'm going to do a podcast in 2021. I'm going to bring on guests. There's another part of me that's developed since my son's died from adversity. There's another part of me that I've developed. It's this sense of understanding me and understanding life and understanding people. And on that journey, I've been able to gain so much knowledge, make so much personal changes to do with me personally, not everything outside of me. You know how we blame the system, you know how we blame family members, you know how we blame the past, mum, dad, brother, sister, friends that have dissed us, all these stuff that's happened. And I'm not saying the stuff didn't happen, and I'm not saying the stuff ain't going to affect you. What I'm saying is how we process it as kind of, yes, Cham, bless up, how we process what's happened to us, as we've allowed that to prevent us from moving forward in the most productive way we can. Okay, what are you chatting about, Prince? I'm talking about everyday things. So let me give you something something that's happened to me lately. So because I do a lot of stuff in the media, what happens, I get people contacting me. So I've had this guy contact me after I've done a talk sport. That's my bird, my wife's bird. His name's Raz. If you hear all this squeaking and squawking, that's my boy. Loves the attention. But check this out. The guys call me and you would tell me, would you believe that somebody would be ringing you off his own back to give you a bad experience of himself? You would never think that. Yeah, I've heard you on the radio. So my heart's been open to people because of the situation I get to meet people. So I'm not thinking people are going to do anything to hurt me, but he is. And in the end, he's robbed me of money. Okay, money that I ain't got money to be robbed of. I ain't no rich guy, I ain't got P like that, so I ain't looking. But this is what's happened. So I'm using this to show you something. there's a way that you can process what's happened to you. So obviously, things could happen to this guy now. He's gone and ran with the wrong guy, okay? So, but I haven't allowed that I haven't processed it in the way that I would normally. I've been robbed, this guy's violated. How could he violate and use my son's organization? Because that was a little trip up for me. You can mess with me, but don't mess with my charity. So here's the mindset, here's the way I'm thinking. So that could lead to me doing something really bad to someone because I felt I had the right to. But you know what I've done? I looked at myself and I said, what lessons could I learn from this? And I said, one of them is, you're not taking the right steps. You're opening up. And it's not that you shouldn't not trust everyone, but there's things you need to put in place before you can open your heart and trust people with your revenue, with your ideas, with your gift. So I realized that this is a lesson for me, and that was maybe £700 it cost me to learn that lesson. So I cannot be looking at this as a revenge point of view, because I would lose the opportunity of growth. So what's been happening in your life where you've lost the opportunity to grow and become a better person? I let this guy go. Now, he might continue down the road he's in. Let God deal with him. Let his lessons bring about what the cycle of life and the principles of truth have said to us, what happens to people who do things in a bad way with a bad heart. And let the good stuff happen to people in the end that are focused on goodness. So, you know, I went against what I was supposed to be doing because it's neither either or. One of the things that we do, we really focus on it's this way. We have to think this way. This is how I am. And we don't look at any other way of doing things. We're quite, you know, I'm like this, and we put people in a box and we put ourselves in a box. When I've been learning how to think outside of the box, okay? You know, I'm supposed to be a tough guy. So what do tough guys do? You know, they don't let people make them look moist. You know, I'm talking to my youngers here as well as the olders, yeah? We don't want to look moist. So because of that ego, because of that lack of willingness to think in a different way, to be able to grow differently, and don't understand the opportunity that growth brings, and situations that don't go your way can allow you to grow into. Because of that, we just decide, we think about how people are going to see us. How do we look? Or we just stick to our way of doing things. So could you please keep it down, bro? Because you're going to get locked in your cage, man. You're ruining this. So what I'm saying to you is this. There's another way of thinking. It's never either or. There's another way of doing it. So think about the way I chose to do it and look at the impact it had on me. As a result of that, I'm better in business now. I conduct myself in a more thoughtful manner. I think about how do I know this guy? I don't know him from a bag of chips. Everyone laughs at me when I says that. Yes, Robin, bless up. It's an author of Prisoner to the Streets. Mama can't raise no man. Check it out. He's awesome. He's my good friend. So it was about, for me, looking at things in a different way. This is so powerful because I know everyone, there's not one person on this line right now that doesn't need to begin to look at things in another way. And even if they don't go with another way, but they have created the ability, they've developed the ability to start looking at things. That means that you have to listen to other people's viewpoint and not just stay stuck in one way. So I got rid of my ego, got rid of my pride high, and began to look at things in another way. What if I let this guy go? What does that mean if I let him go? Does it mean I've changed and I've become soft? No, it doesn't. It means I've become more thoughtful and I've let it go, because money's something that you can get again, okay? Life, you can't get that back again. So if I revenge, hurt him, scars, yeah, we could damage him, and then what? You know, I don't even have to get involved myself. But that's not the route I'm taking. That's not the route I want to take. So what route are you guys taking in your life that you could begin to open your mind and do things in a different way and think in a different way? It could be with your kids. You know, you're having problems at home and your youth is getting all distressed and they're acting up because of COVID. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is there another way that you can do things to create peace, help your youth in the yard, help create good relations? Thanks, darling. Ask someone to join you. Okay, great. So my missus just doing what assistants do. Ask someone to join me on the live, help them with an issue that's going on. So, is there someone who remains you're wise? It means you're wise, bro. That's right. You have opened my eyes, man. Thank you so much. That's what I want to do. I want to, because my eyes have been opened. I've been on a long journey, and I wouldn't be on this journey if I stuck to one way of thinking. You kill my son, I'm going to kill you. I'll be in prison, what then? Okay? So I began this journey of sacrificing my way, my ego, and my way of thinking to open my mind to see another way. What energy does that bring into my life? Thinking differently, inviting a different way of doing things, apart from what I've been brought up in, apart from my culture, me, finding me. You know, have you found you? Have you found your way that you've chosen to handle situations, that you've chosen to address situations? So definitely thought-provoking, good. Your support in my conversation has been life-changing. Fantastic, Aisha. My support in your current situation, God bless you, and I pray that continues. I really do. So someone share something with me, okay? If you want some help, you're a hero, mate. Well, you're a hero too then, okay? Because you're adding value to my life when you share with me. So someone share stuff with me. Lockdown has helped me find me. Wow. So here's an example of what I'm talking about, okay? Everyone wants to turn their back on 2020. Okay, let me hit you with some truth. Why do you want to talk about 2020 like it's the worst year of your life? When this guy just said how much lockdown has helped him. So he hasn't looked at 2020 like it's the worst year of his life. It could possibly be the best year. It's our perspective on things. So I'm asking you, ask yourself questions. Why do I believe what everyone's saying, that 2020 was so bad? What, because you lost your job? What, because things didn't go your way and things are just turned on the downside? Look, I've had things in my life that's turned on the downside terribly, but it was actually very helpful to me. When I changed my perspective on it, it became helpful, okay? I gave you the example of how I felt when I got robbed, okay? I didn't tell you the details. I told you how I felt when I got robbed from the man, and he came like as a friend to come and help, but really he was an enemy. But really how I reframed the story was that he came to teach me a lesson, because I can't go into big business and prosperity if I don't learn certain lessons. He could have saved me how much million? He could have saved me how much thousand if I didn't learn this lesson now. The lesson cost me £700, okay? You feel what I'm saying, everyone? Have there been people with that individual viewpoint that has inspired yours? Have there been people with their individual viewpoint, okay, that's inspired yours? Yes, these are the things I'm expressing to you. One of the viewpoints that's inspired me and changed my life was it's neither, either, or. A lady that I met named the one that I met that led me to end up meeting Bishop, not Aretha, oh gosh.
Aretha. It's okay, don't have to
No,
call her name.
man, I have to remember her name because
Althea.
people need Althea. Althea, God bless you. You do not know the impact that you had on me when you said to me, Prince, it's neither, either, or. Now she's obviously, somebody's said that to her and she's learned from it and she's passed that forward. That's why I want to pass what I'm doing forward. It's really important that I pass this forward because I want someone else to pick up on how it's impacted on my life. Every situation I'm in, I ask myself, it's neither either or. Is there another way I could look at this? And that means removing your ego. That means changing the way that your culture, the way that you look at things and have been formed and kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Conditioned. That's why you need to have a wife, guys, you lonely guys, banging loads of different girls. You need a wife, yeah? She'll fill in the words that she knows you know, but you ain't coming to your mind, yeah? We've been conditioned from birth. If you think about it, we don't ask ourselves questions. Why do I think like this? Why do I behave like this? And when you do, you'll start seeing, as Pugilist said, life is being lived in cycles. Stop for a minute. Stop, as Luther said, for love, love. Yeah? Come home. Get to know you, why you function. Let 2021, and my girl helped me. Excellent. My wife's helped me, bruv, in massive ways, okay? My wife's helped me. My son's deaths helped me. My mum's passing has helped me in great ways. It's just how you perceive what's happened. It could just be grief and you just cry and you just mourn, or you could bring those tears and say, okay, I have to cry, I have to grieve, but what else can I get out of this? And what I found when I asked those questions was I can get power. I lost my wife due to my stupid, wow, that is massive for you to say that. I'm clean now, and oh man, bruv, my heart goes out to you. What a price to pay. Now, I don't know the story. It might not be that it was because of your, but I'm listening to what you're saying and you're taking full ownership. So I'm crediting you for taking full ownership of that massive. You must be an absolutely awesome individual, because if you can do that, then every other thing that happens to you, you use that same strategy to take ownership. Let's start taking ownership of situations. It's okay, bro. There's always hope. Brilliant. Big love, mate. Beautiful. Do you see the impact that we have when we're being honest?
That's true.
Tell me this. Why do we always get so defensive? Half the time we get into arguments because we don't want to hear what someone sees in us. Now, here's what I realize. I cannot see myself. Do you realize that? Okay, unless I'm looking at Insta Live at myself, or I'm looking in the mirror, but most of the time you're engaging with people, you're on the bus, you're in your car, you're doing what you're doing, you can't see yourself. You can't see yourself when you're looking at someone face to face, having a chat. They can see you, they can feel your energy, so don't get it twisted and think, because I haven't said this, doesn't mean your energy hasn't been picked up, and they can see really that you got feelings against them, or you don't really check for them. They can feel your energy. Okay, we got energy just coming off us. Okay, so let's be able to understand that people pick that up. People also see our facial expressions that we don't see. My wife says, babe, why are you looking like that? I'm like this, you know. I'm looking like this, but I don't realize I'm looking like that. I think I look like this. My missus says, babe, you're looking quite aggressive. So I have to take it down. I go, really? I go like this. I go like this and try and fix my brow. You can say, oh, I am because you are blessed. Yes, you're too right. You're too right. It is totally about you knowing who you are. That's a journey. So how can we expect our kids to know who they are? Seriously, we're expecting a bit much. I'm 51, I'm 52 in March. I'm still on the journey of understanding me. Come on, let's cut the kids some slack. I ain't saying we put up with all their violations. I'm just saying understand a bit more, like we're trying to understand us and we want people to understand us and we want people to forgive us when we're wrong. Big love. Got to take the what?
The dogs out.
The dogs out. Okay, love. Get them dogs out. Stay committed to Dogtown. Take the dogs out. Look after him. I lost Kyan. My dad's 6 weeks apart. I thought life was over. I was a mess. And then went on to have Kai was born with, wow, I thought I was being punished by God. Wow. God gets a really bum deal, doesn't he? He gets blamed for all the bad stuff that happens, and when the good stuff happens, we run off and we forget to praise him the same way we blamed him. So I'm just praying that you're in a different place, Bianca, a different place I'm praying that you're in, and that you're in a place of gratitude. Can I just mention the power of that? I know you guys might have seen my posts in the past talking about gratitude and the power of it. It really is powerful because it changes your world. It changes your state. How many times have we gotten up and we just feel low? Come on, give me a hand. You wake up, nothing's happened yet. You just feel low. And someone said, what's up? You don't even know.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't even know what's up. You're just not on it today. You just feel low. Let me tell you something. There's a strategy for everything. Ego is to blame for all this negativity. Ego is at the center of it. Who's that? My boy Nims. Boy, brother, bless you, man. Thank you for coming. I'm so true in what you're saying. Yeah, the only reason why it's true because I've lived it. You can't deny truth when it's lived. There's in between truth and facts. Facts, yes, Lucas. Yeah, facts change. Okay, it's a fact. I'm sitting here speaking with you now, isn't it? It's not the truth though. The facts can change. Yes, Nisa, my darling daughter. Hi, Dad. Hi, lovely. What happens is, when this is over, I'm gone. So that fact has changed. Facts change. Truth doesn't. Truth is principles, okay? Truth is principles. The principles of life is that you keep putting out negativity. That's what's coming back to you, okay? It might not look it at the time because you're making money and it looks like you're having fun, but you've been deceitful, you've been a thief, you've skullduggery's gone on for you to get it. But there's a point where you're thinking, what about truth? Bollocks, I'm making money. All of a sudden, mate, your life changes, you're in jail, people have died, you've impacted people in a negative way. It all starts coming back. That's truth. There's a difference between truth and facts. Gratitude is a must. Life is good now. Life is great. My big son is walking. My little son is happy and healthy. We're grateful to God. We are blessed. We are a powerhouse and team. Whoop, whoop. That is fantastic. Now, imagine if Bianca held on to her belief that God is punishing me, that life is terrible, my dad's gone, my best friend's gone, oh, woe is me. Okay, guys, what would have happened to Bianca? Would she be experiencing this level of joy now? So what we're doing? What we're doing is, we don't like the process. So we try and opt out. We find good reason, as human beings do, we find good reason to get out the race. Okay, we're throwing in the towel. We only got one go at this. How can you throw in the towel on yourself? If someone else throws in the towel with you, you get upset. Oh, how could you do that? You didn't believe in me. But we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We throw in the towel on ourselves. We give up on ourselves. We cannot do that. We got to lay certain boundaries down. The boundary we lay down is that I want to love me. I'm going to learn about me. I'm going to create awareness. And even when the truth feels ugly and I don't like how it sounds, I'm going to embrace it. I've had to embrace some truths about me. That I'm still was hurting over my dad, and it's had an impact on how I am as a dad and all of that. And once I do that, I begin to become aware of where those areas have impacted me and how I can shift my mindset, think in a different way, because there's no change unless you change the way you think. Let's not get this twisted. There is no change unless you change your mind. Sir, if you could please check the message I sent you today, I'll be thankful. But basically, you saved my life. Wow. See, I get really emotional when I read stuff like this. I'm going to check the message. What did you send it on? Inbox me on it, yeah? Okay, I'm going to check it afterwards because we're right in the motion of this. If you want to resend it now, that'd be beautiful and let me know now.
It's fine.
Okay, brilliant. But I get emotional when I read these things because you got to understand, I was done out here. Like Bianca expressed, she felt like God was punishing her. Life was just going to get worse, okay? But she didn't throw in the towel. She didn't give in. And now she's having a different experiences. Life's like seasons. You know, our manufacturer gave us a handbook, and that handbook says in there that everything is for a season. There's nothing that stays. It never just rains. There's going to be a change. It never just, the sun, not even in Jamaica, the sun's just not out all the time. Okay, there's going to be rain. There's going to be other elements that are going to come into life. We need this cycle. We can't just always say, like you might see me here today and you say, you're so inspirational. Yes, but I'm also so sad at times. I'm also melancholy at times. I'm also the full range of things. The difference is I don't bask in it. Okay? I won't bask in it. I'll see what's not healthy for me, but I don't pretend I'm not unhappy. I don't pretend I'm not sad, or I don't want to cry, or I don't feel this feeling. All of these feelings are here for us to embrace. And here's the key. They're here for us to learn from. Pugilist said, vulnerability is humanity.
That's right.
Exactly, my brother. And this is what we're in. This is a human race. So humans are all in a race. And this race of life isn't for the swift. Hey, love it. It's for who can endure. Oh, this is awesome. So, are you in a race in 100 meters? Or are you in a marathon in your life? Because many of us are on some 100-meter team. Okay? When I look back and think of the times that I couldn't walk, I realized God needed us to find our feet. Together. If I sat down and didn't find my strength, Kai would not have found his.
Wow, that's deep.
Boom.
That is deep.
Okay? So that's why I'm doing this. This isn't about me. This is about me bringing us all together so we can inspire each other with our stories. Don't feel no way to come in and talk to me right now and share a little story with me about something you learned that is going to empower somebody else. You've seen the power of this. Luckily you changed my perspective on things.
Wait, this is what it says first. Where did it go? We had a message there first. It's alright, carry on. I'll find it for you, carry on.
Okay, well I'm a bit lost now because you just threw me.
Sorry, go on.
Love you all. Yeah, so guys, tell me where I was just now because it totally just blanked me as my missus just kind of jumped in there. You changed my perspective on things. So I was saying, that's it, sharing each other's stories empowers. Someone come on brave enough to come and speak to me right now and tell me what you learned that you're going to take into 2021. Okay, that's what I'd like someone to do. That's going to inspire other people. You're telling me what you learned from 2020 that you're going to take into 2021 and apply it, and you know it's going to help you. Okay? Someone come in with me right now and have a word with me. Because I love to engage. I don't love to just be at you. So share with me. I know there's someone on there that wants to talk to me. Louder shyness. Louder shyness. I don't care. Louder shyness. Come on, man. Come on, do this. Luckily, you changed my perspective. You taught me to just let it go, to forgive. Wow, that's excellent. That's so powerful. What would have happened, okay, if you didn't? Tell everybody what would have happened. Wow. Okay. Good. Someone's coming in. Good. Yeah, that's not right because you're sending a request to him.
Someone just came up.
Okay, let's go back.
Let's come up again.
I thought my assistant had it on point.
Shut up.
It doesn't seem so.
Someone said it's not letting me request live.
Okay, it's not letting
someone
me.
did, didn't you? I saw it. But it's not letting me.
Try again, please.
And Tony's requested as well.
Tony, come in.
Tony, let me send you back one as well so you can come in. It's alright. Just do it again and because it was there, I told you.
Tony, I saw your name come up. Where is it again?
Okay, there.
You, Tony. The key is being able to. What is the key? Being able to what? Next QPR manager. Listen, someone who is so driven and understands the human mind and understands how to drive young men at a time where I think a lot of young men feel like they've made it when they get signed and they've already achieved their goal, and they're not driving and believe that they're the next best baller out there. It's almost like you can mentally settle for where you're at, and Mark Warburton might just be working with what he's got at the time, and he's gonna have to find a way to push these guys up to another level. And we don't know if he's able to do that. Can't see it. Wow, what is going on with this Insta? So it's not just me, because if I done this, I'll be thinking it was me, and I don't know what I'm doing on this thing. But I haven't done this before, guys. So, you know,
yes,
please forgive me. No, I haven't. I didn't do it.
I didn't speak last year.
Okay, well, I didn't do it. Get off me, Raz. Seriously. All right, then let him have his moment. Let him have his moment. Let him have his moment, man. Let him sit there. This is Raz. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what Raz means, but his name is Raz. Are you sure you want to end the no? I want to end anything. So guys, share with me on this. Share with me your views on this. What are you taking into 2021 that is going to enable you to be better? Okay, what did you learn from 2020? You know, because we got to develop a mindset of awareness where we understand what's happening to us, or what's going on is we're just going round in cycles. We're not changing. We're not growing. What is the point of being alive and we're not growing? You know, Bianca talked about a whole different way of being, and because she's thought differently, now she's experiencing things differently. So when tough times hit her, she won't have this mindset of God punishing me. Because listen to the story. The story we tell ourselves can either elevate us or it can keep us in a place that's stuck. So my dad used to beat me. The story I told myself was, my dad, something's wrong. My dad don't love me. My dad this. It was all negative. What do you think that done to me? That made me a very angry young man. And I just didn't have aspirations that I believed I could become anyone. Now, along my journey, changing my story changed me and my experience of life. I changed the story to my dad had his own issues that he didn't tap into. My dad didn't get the support and help that he needed to be able to see things different. And maybe he didn't look at things that he could see things in a different way. I learned that along my journey. My dad died at 64 years old, sadly. Rest in peace, King Daddy Prince. I love you. I thank you. I realize that now I wouldn't be who I am if you hadn't played your part. I know this sounds really cold here, and it sounds weird to say this, but take my dad out of the picture, and I might not have experienced life the way I did. I might not have experienced life. I might not have the passion to drive to succeed the way that I do. Does anyone here, put your hands up if you understand what I'm talking about, and if you've had troubles in your growing up that you could do with seeing things differently. I need to see people's opinion on this. So let me know how you feel about this. Food left by the first thing that killed up. Good, I get it. I'm not alone. Most of our issues stem from growing up. Do you remember, Drapers? Of course, you change this place for the better. Love, 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 man. The feedback's awesome. Andre, fantastic. Lovely, lovely. Daughter of Zion. Love it, love it. Yes, daughter of Zion. So you guys are demonstrating to me that you also have things that have gone on in your past growing up. Some of you I know, one or two of you have shared with me these things that have impacted on you, and it's molded you, hasn't it? It's molded your future. Hasn't it impacted on your relationships if it's women with men? Hasn't it impacted on your relation if it's men with women? Because these are the first relationships we're building. And if they get messed up, if we perceive it all wrong, then what do you think is going to happen as a result? We're fighting and we're arguing in our relationships as we get older. Therapy is helping me. Fantastic. Well, you know, we don't want to go and seek help because, you know, the stigma all behind it, or for whatever reason, we don't even think we need help. We think we're all right. A lot of my generation think we're all right. Yeah, everyone got beaten. We're cool. No, bro. How did it affect you? You know, how did it affect you, and how did it affect you dealing with your kids and the problems you're having now, and how you see the world and how you see children and where they should be placed in life? It definitely affected me. You know, I'm the king, I'm the man of the house, boom, boom, you know, talking, boom, you're out, all of this. You know, where's that gentle, where's that caring, where's that? Let that come to the front. Even if you decide in the end, well, that's the route forward that you've chosen, that the youth's got to go because they're violating, it's the way it's been done that we could change. And I could have changed the way I done things. So this is us looking at ourselves, speak on it. Yes, I am definitely. And these are some of the things that has affected me. We all got different stuff, but I know we all got some mess from growing up that's impacted on our future. What's yours? And how? Look at the dynamic of boxing. Two men fight each other and grow from that experience to love one another through respect. Lovely, Tony. Lovely. Because I love boxing. It's got so many life lessons in it. Okay, so Tony's highlighting one, the fact that two men face each other and they earn respect out of going through ultimate hardships and testing each other under the fire and the test of taking blows, taking punishment. Tell me if that's not life. Don't you get to respect others, respect other lives after you've gone through life struggles and you've taken a beat down from life? Don't you get to start changing towards people, loving people better, respecting people better? But here's the deal. When we're young, did we have that level of outlook on life? Or was we quick to brush things off and say, well, I know this, and you think that you know everything. And because you don't have the experience of going through hardship and tough times. So what tough times did you go through that made you start respecting life a bit better? I'm turning 20 in March. You also motivated me to start training MMA, even though at first I thought I might be too old to start. That's a mindset, okay? Now, if you said to me you are 51, I'll forget the mindset. I'd say, yeah, bruh, find something else to do, okay? Because some sports, they ain't for no 51-year-old to start doing. But 20, your body's still young, fresh. You can still develop. I began at 21, and you know, I'm not trying to claim that I was any world beater or I was any best at anything in my division. But I will say this: I was focused and hard working enough to go from being a novice to 9 fights and winning 8, knocking out 7, and winning the London title, the Northwest title. I also went 18-0 as a pro, realizing I'm still really a baby in the game, but I managed to go to 18-0 before I got beaten for the world title. I don't know what you're putting at. So what I am saying is that I did learn and I have achieved on the back of changing my mindset. So I've learned, and what Tony's saying is bang on. It's a great example. I had to learn to be feminine and break the cycle of being taught that I have to be tough.
That's true.
Listen, there's so many women out there like you. That is wonderful. It's okay to be vulnerable and gentle. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Ben, do you want to comment on that one? Come on, girl. Comment on that one, because it's tough, isn't it, for ladies? They feel they have to protect themselves, and just to share, like, you understand that feeling, don't you?
Yeah, because especially when you were brought up in a certain environment, that as a woman you have to defend yourself at all times. So for me, my brothers taught me how to be tough, how to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, even my mom used to say, no, you can't just leave her because she has to learn to fight and stuff like that. So as I go into relationship, that developed in me that I need to be tough. I ain't going to let no man walk over me or anything like that. So you find that I didn't show that I was vulnerable or was gentle. I showed I was tough. I was independent. I can do this. So when I had my 3 boys and the dad go, it was the same attitude I had. I just looked after my 3 boys, did my work, did my job. It was like nothing. And then you came along and bashed that out the window. And it was really tough to actually be vulnerable and gentle. But I appreciate the fact that you were willing to hold me in my vulnerability. And, you know, being gentle, because you saw that in me, that I didn't actually want to be tough. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, but that's what I learned, and I had to learn to be tough and everything, especially being here. So you helped a lot.
Excellent.
Yeah, you helped a lot. So and it was really nice, actually, not to be so tough, because boy, it's hard. It's tiring.
And I'm wondering if this young lady that shared it feels better not having to be someone that she isn't. And being vulnerable is actually your power. That's your power.
That is your power.
Vulnerability is powerful.
Because when I talk to you gently, you're like, okay, babe. I'll get whatever out of you. See?
But when you talk to me in that way, that's
so you put up a fence, or you're defensive, or you think we're in a fight. So, yeah.
So, ladies, I hope that, thank you so much, Daz. That was so awesome. Ladies, I hope that if you can see yourself in that same framework or that same cycle, that you can begin to be vulnerable. Made me want to be tough, not accept nothing, no one, because I'm able to do it alone. Having 2 boys taught me that being vulnerable is okay, and teaches them to express emotion too.
Well, yes, I was able to teach my boys that. That's true.
Did you see the impact that we have
that is so
with other people in terms of we release others to be able to do the same thing? And we don't understand as mothers the power we have over our boys when we can see that we're showing love. Sometimes we're so tough against the fathers of the children that the boys are learning that from the mums, and it's actually damaging and hurting their journey as they're developing.
It does. It really does. We do break our sons if we're not careful.
So I was really happy when I met you, and I realized that you didn't have all this hate and negative things to say about your former partner, and that made me feel quite safe, because if she badmouthed him, then she'll badmouth me. it's just facts. It's just truth. That one ain't even, that's truth. No, in fact, that's wrong. It's facts, because facts change and people change. So that's not truth, okay? So that's just me just mucking around.
Well, that's like you, Mark. I didn't have a reason to badmouth him, because I learned. I turned that around and said, that's my experience, and I had to learn from that.
Okay.
So I was grateful for him and what I've learned growing up, because I remember I was really young when I was with him. So I learned a lot. Instead of being bitter, I took that as a learning curve for me to be a stronger woman as well. So yeah, I wasn't angry with him at all.
Yeah, and then coming into a relationship with somebody like myself, I've got my stuff that I'm learning too. And having someone that's being tough, I realize, well, we can't both be tough. We can't both be hard-headed and crash heads. So remember what we said earlier, it's neither either or. So there must be a better way that I haven't even looked into yet. So I begin to look into the better way. And I found that what I needed to do was listen. Just really listen to what she's saying. And when I listened, I could hear where the hurt came from. I could hear this lovely, soft, vulnerable person behind the tough, hard Jamaican exterior. You know, and I just
have to say that.
it's funny. So I began to speak into that person. I began to reach into that person and be patient with the tough person. So love always wins out in the end. Sure. Love wins out in the end. I know the length of time sometimes is tiring, but I'm quite sure that my girl will be testifying to that also. Love is our power. All this stuff that we're trained and we're conditioned to think about, that makes us powerful. All you young guys out there that think power is how you run up your mouth and how you act like your voice. That is reality. That is weakness. That is weakness. How do I know this? Because boxing even taught me this. Whenever I was up against a bigger heavyweight that was way more powerful than me, I allowed his power to be used against him. I allowed him to throw his big shots, take them away, let him wear himself out and get tired, and allow speed, agility, and fitness to get the better of him. So you can look at speed, agility, and fitness as love, because it's another way of counteracting the strength, the power, the hardness, the toughness. And in the end, I would be too much for them. And the accumulation of punches would start wearing them down. And I came up in a career.
Yes, Jennifer, I know your story, darling.
That was really hard. A lot of my career, I was fighting heavyweight, 6'7", 19 stone, 20 stone. And I'm a 12.5 stone, 13 stone, 13.5 stone fighter. So that's pretty tough going. But you learn a lot from it. And we're learning a lot that humility is your power. Calmness, listening skills, gentleness, meekness. These are the powerful things that we are not grown up to value
and to express and to learn or talk about
and to use as tools to deal with conflict. These are the tools. A plumber has tools that he deals with for his boiler. A plumber has tools that he deals with for the pipes and all of that. And every other trade, there are tools, emotional tools that you use to deal with emotional issues. And those tools is love. And in the toolbox of love is humility, understanding, listening, connection, all of these powerful tools. And we've never been taught from a young age. Can you imagine, Raz, I'm speaking, can you imagine if we were taught from young how to deal with emotional intelligence, how to develop, should I say, emotional intelligence? We are taught how to do maths, English, history, geography, go on and on and on. But wait a minute, who do I live with every day? Don't I live with my emotions? Don't I live with my mindset, my thought process? Who's going to help me deal with that? Who's going to help me to process that so it helps me in a productive way so I can become everything I want to come. It's all well and good you telling me this is careers class today. We're dealing with maths, but you don't liken maths to money. You liken maths to maths. So I just look at maths as maths. But if I looked at maths like money, then I would be eager to jump into maths class. If I looked at you going to teach me about my emotions, that's going to help me get a better chance of building relationships, have a better chance of having a great wife, have a better chance of getting job prospects, because people buy into people. People don't really buy into qualifications. Ask any top businessman. People buy into people. Okay, guys? So that's another thing I can teach young people. What does he say? I've never had my father, 3 children. I disagree with all that. Stay humble. And that's excellent, but that's also quite rare. A lot of the men I speak to, a lot of the fathers, I've experienced it myself. Thank God it wasn't with every experience I've had, but I've experienced it where the mother is bad-mouthing you to the children at home. It has an impact on the children where they're thinking, I'm just venting on him. It's actually you're venting on yourself and the youth. And when you start seeing problems later on with your youth, then the dad might get a call. You need to do this, you need to do that. But hear what? A lot of the damage was done by the poison that you were putting in the young people and not thinking about the long-term emotional effects that it has on children. Simple. We're not saying that all dads are good. We're not saying that all dads get it right. But what we are saying is that the solution to the problem is not bad-mouthing them and letting your personal feelings off on the young people. They shouldn't be going through it. In fact, it's an opportunity to create harmony between your youth and their dad and help them to stay focused on building a relationship, because the last thing we want to do is break down relationships with the people that have brought them into the world. That's damaging and will have far effects on their life. Have we come to 6? Is it 6 o'clock?
7 minutes.
7 minutes too. We got 7 minutes to inspire each other, to love each other, to reflect on our lives, and to gain more. Let's spend those 7 minutes. What's that? Anger has. What is that trying to say? Anger has its place, and understanding is important. Exactly right. There is a thing called righteous anger. You can be annoyed about something that is right to be annoyed about. It's just the way we display. Excuse me, please. You know, I'm angry about guys that abuse children. Okay, I'm angry at guys that rape. But when you think about it, is it the act or the person? It's very interesting. And we get it twisted. Is it the act or is it the person? I know it's the person that's committed the act. But we really got to look at this, because I've had to look at this with Hannah, who killed my son. There's a background story behind every story. And we don't agree with it, and we're not saying they're right. We are disgusted. Murderers, disgusted. Pedos, disgusted. But there could be a backstory to this. Now, I am enraged by R. Kelly and what he's done. And I'm even more enraged with society and how they've emboldened him to continue doing what he's doing, and the music industry and all the big wigs behind him. Why? Because of money. Yes, but there's actually a story behind this, and the guy needs help. Now, he needs to be punished. Yup, you're damn straight. And I'll be the first to do that. But he actually needs help as well. Because are we going to kill him, wipe him off the face of the earth for what he's done? I hope not. I hope that we see humanity the same way we like a chance that someone violated and messed up our life, and as a result, hurting people hurt people, so we hurt other people. It's just that the hurt he's inflicting, we look at it worse than the hurt we're inflicting. It's different when God looks at it. He sees all his children hurt each other, and we need to stop hurting each other. And what we got here, Mr. and Mrs. Prince, you both are a true inspiration to us. God bless you both. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate that, King. Guys, this 2021, I'm doing my podcast, okay?
And you'll do this every week.
And what I'm going to do, I want to create a space, and tell me if you guys, because it's down to you lot, really, because this is a service I want to provide so people can have a space where they can get inspired, they can reflect, they can resolve issues. I want to be here because there's skills that I've developed and have strategies to help to resolve issues. So I want to do it once a week. Come with it. Come with the issue. Let's discuss it. Let's find a solution and let's apply it. Because we talk about knowledge, but knowledge ain't no good unless you apply it. We all know every year we make New Year's resolutions. How many of them die within the first month or two? Okay? Because we're not applying what we know. Okay? There's always a ripple effect behind trauma. Always. Okay? Evening, Mark. Hope you're well blessed. Thank you. GOAT of the Chris, I love it. Go in the career, the work you're doing is so important. God bless. Do you know what? 2020, I'm gonna go all out.
2021.
Okay, 2021, yeah. 2021, thank you so much, baby. I didn't even notice. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna reach you. I'm gonna ask, what can I do to serve you? Okay, so please tell me, how can I serve you? If there's people that need help, so I've got his name's Makai. He loves racing. I don't know if he's on the line listening. Wave if you are, Makai. He loves racing. I don't know nothing about racing, but he asked me to help him. Okay, now you need money, you need all these things, and guess what happened? Someone sent me a message that somebody's trying to help young people get into racing. So I was able to hold it. I said, bro, look, so people that need life coaches to help. The reason why I love life coaching, because it's future focus based. So I just want to focus on solutions. Now, we could talk about how you got to where you got to. That's great. But I'm just focused on how you're going to move forward. Okay? So let's deal with what's going on. Let's make it clear what's happened. Let's be aware of what's currently happening. And let's move forward into how we can change it to what you want. What you want is all that matters for 2021. We could talk about all the other stuff all day long. How long we got?
2 minutes. So let's finish that.
2 minutes.
Some messages
Okay, I'm gonna look at some messages, guys. Please get the book if you haven't got the book. It's still on Amazon. If it's not, tell Amazon to pattern, fix up. We want Prince's book. We don't want it secondhand. We want a brand new book because we want Prince to sign it for us. Boom, that's what I'm gonna do. Podcast. Okay, I'm on this. The podcast, I want to be able to inspire you through interviewing other people so we can see the process and the strategies we can also use to live the great lives that we want. Nation building and nothing else matters. Tony, I really appreciate you, brother. Tony's a guy that used to help me with running class and support me as one of the tutors in the class. I just want to salute you, Tony, for everything, my brother.
Yeah, Tony.
And I also want to salute you for continuing the work, because Tony has a passion to help young black boys that are messed up in the system, being ignored and all of that. So Tony, we just want to salute you for that. We know this isn't about a certain specific demographic. I'm all about humanity, but I totally respect when somebody sees that there's a demographic that's been overlooked, that's been violated, really, and he's focused on helping those young people to improve, even though he works with all young people from all demographics. Tony, we salute you, my brother.
Yeah, Tony.
Mark, your book's amazing. Highly recommended. Thank you so much. Love you, King. Love you back, my brother. I just want to shout out to everybody out there who wants better for their lives, who want to be aware, who want to admit that and look upon themselves and see what's wrong, and they want to make it right. That's the first step. Awareness. What's up? Stop looking at the problem outside of you. Awesome. Hand up. Okay? Stop looking at the problem isn't outside of you. I know what you're telling me is right. You're right. They're bastards. They shouldn't do that. It shouldn't happen. The system shouldn't do this. No matter what it is, your mom, dad, they shouldn't have treated you like this. What are you going to do now? That question always comes up. No matter how much you complain, no matter how bad your life has been, remember this boy behind me, this wonderful young boy. No matter how life is bad, how things are thrown at you, what are you going to do about it? Deal with solutions, not problems. Tam. That's what I'm talking about. So even when I start the podcast, I'm doing this for you guys. Tell me how I can serve you. I'm going to sort this stuff out on Insta so I could do the split screen where you come out. I'm going to update my Instagram. Because that might be it. Who knows? That might be it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sort it out. Please feel free to inbox me stuff that you didn't get to say or problems you want me to tackle when I come back on. That's great. I think that's the key. Whether you email me, whether you inbox me, tell me what you want me to tackle. And if it's a personal problem, if it's a friend's problem, relationships, children, out on the roads, gang things, whatever it is, challenge me and let me stretch myself and see what I can do to support, help. And if I can't personally do it, I'm gonna reach out to those that can, and I'm gonna put you in touch with someone that can be of assistance to you. So that's my way of serving you for 2021 with inspiration. I want you to reflect. I want you to be open with yourself to think in a different way to create different outcomes. God bless every single one of you. Happy New Year from me.
Bye.
Happy New Year from the Queen. We love you very much. Take care and thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it because without you, who are we? We need each other, guys. God bless you. Love you. Take care. There you go, love.